say the worst to me. They wish death on me. I woke up today and checking my DMs. I get like throughout night, maybe 800 DMs. I'm reading through every one of them. This is how I get on the shitter. I'm like, all right, let me see. Sometimes I get new news. Yo, check this out. They send me exclusive videos. I'm checking it all out. Yo, kill yourself. Yo, I can't wait to find you. Yo, here's your address. I'm coming for you. I've seen it all. Okay. I do it every day. I read it every day. Every day, I wake up before I eat a coffee. My breath still stink. I read 40 niggas tell me how they're going to kill me. 40. Then I read 20 telling me to go kill me. Then I read 200 bitches telling me, yo, you ugly as shit, you fat. I don't care. And then 20 other niggas saying, yo, you can't come to this street, this block, this whatever. I deal with it. And it's because for this online shit, you gotta be built for it. Oh, and then the new thing is like 50 of them is like, yo, did you talk to a kid? Whatever. Listen, gotta be Teflon for this here. So I'm just telling you, usually when these situations happen, I'm cooling, chat. But I knew it was a bad idea for Shorty to get on the thing with me, bro. Knew it was a bad idea. Bro, she got on the shit with me, bro. And the reason why I always hear people say certain shit. Y'all say it a lot with Wack. Yo, Ack, why you let him, like call you out your name? Yo, my nigga, let me tell you this. In reality, I don't plan, you see, I'm not the person who's trying to be like, yo, son, anybody can get fucked up in here. What? Yeah, I could do that, but I could do that when I'm streaming alone. In any conversations about debate and points made, bruv, I was killing with points. So when she's loud micing me, which that's my fault. I should have made sure it's not loud mic. She's loud micing me. Bet. But she's ad hominem me, which means ad hominem, that means personal insults. Yo, you fat. Ain't nobody want you. You ugly. Yo, could you change the tire? You gotta pay for pussy. That rolls off my shoulder. I've heard it all from better and smarter and wittier. That you can't get me off my point. That's the quickest way people do when they don't have arguments. I come with facts. So I'm like, all right, let me just keep hitting you. Facts. Hitting them. You feel me? I'm the boxer that when we sparring, maybe you ain't see the flashy knockout. Yeah, but you go back and watch the tape, you're like, yo, he pieced them up. You look at the CompuBox, damn, this nigga landed 90% punches. He was efficient. That's me, chat. I'm gonna make sure I'm in there with him. Chat. Yo, when we got off of this shit, I guess now the clipping people, they're doing their thing. It's clipped up everywhere. The comments start coming in. Because let me tell you something about an online argument. Whether you're in a Spaces, whether you're on a live stream, or whether you're like in a Clubhouse. Oftentimes, the people in the room don't reflect the comments for the VOD later. Why? The people in the room like screaming. They like ad hominems, insults. The people who ain't watching live, you see, when you're watching live, you just want to see the craziest shit. The people who ain't watching live, they're going to now analyze. You get what I'm saying? So the razzle dazzle does it for the live crowd. The logic does it for the VOD. So now it's getting clipped up. They're putting it everywhere. Them comments start getting to Shorty. Start getting to her. The comments start getting to her. Torturing her. Torturing. Again, it's not me. Chat. She went to ChatGPT and wrote up a whole cease and desist saying she's planning to sue me. Kid you not. She sent it from her DM, sent it to, kid you not. But, and the fun, I was like, whoa. She was like, yo, you have, like, you're fucking up my money and you have people believing they have false thing about me. And I'm like, There's many different issues there, right? There's many different issues. I accuse her of participating in what I call escort culture. If that is defamation, I don't know. But okay. She claimed that being an escort was an illegal thing. No, that's not necessarily true. Prostitution is illegal. But if escorting becomes prostitution, if you're getting paid for it, never said she got you. But you know, that's really here and there. She sent me this whole legal document. No lawyer listed. It says pro se. That's how I know she went to ChatGPT. It was ironic because I felt like that was even hell proving a point. She said, "You're fucking up my money by exposing this culture that you know my behavior could be associated with." What does that tell you already? But okay. Ultimately, you know, and I could tell, like, you know, this is one of the reasons why you don't really engage with these people, but they love to act like they want to engage. So I asked her because she's actually DMing me, right? I say, hey girl, listen, you know, we're adults. You know, I remember I felt bad. I seen her out. She was getting teary-eyed and stuff. And that's how all these loudmouth chicks are, right? Like they'll be like, they'll call you the most vile stuff, you respond, but you start breaking down. Like if you ever break down their psyche, you break them down completely, because usually the nasty, vile things they say to you is only a facade of a very fragile ego and also a fragile, insecure person. So I even told her, I said, listen, you know, it wasn't even that big of a deal. I really got nothing against you. You know, you just made it personal. You sent them tweets at me. Like, I really made a general statement, even though, yeah, you were involved in that video that I reacted to. And I asked her, I say, yo, listen, we're adults. And by the way, I hear people keep saying she's 20. I know she's 20 or 21, whatever. She's an adult. In the United States of America, you're an adult. I'm not trying to solicit her for sex or anything. I'm talking to her as a human being. And the idea that we have people who would say someone who's 20 can't intellectually have discourse and can't understand simple logic that I'm making, it just shows that, you know, we're in like this country where I really think already they look at women as handicapped peoples or handicapped persons. It's like a child. It's with no threat of violence, with no threat of anything, with just being able to debate. You're like, oh my God. So maybe I should switch to this screen. I guess they're gonna clip it, right? So they so I asked her, I said, hey, listen, we're adults, let's just talk about it. Send me your number. And I guess she's so overzealous. And you know, it's kind of like, it's a little bit odd. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little bit odd. Because, you know, these are the same women, you know, when she's in the room, and this is why you gotta watch for the setup with these girls, chat. When she was in, there's a video, and I'm going to play it on the bigger screen. We'll talk about this. So when I do the full stream. She's the girl that when you watch the video, when her and there's another girl, her name is, I can't remember her name, but they're in the room with Zay Osama. They're saying things to trigger him. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. When he starts responding, yo, stop playing with me, they turn instant victims. They're allowed to spew whatever hatred, whatever, you know, really nasty, vile things, and you respond, or they, you know, you respond in like, and you know, it's a big deal. So anyway, I ask her, I say, hey, listen, what's your number? I'll get on the phone with you, like, you know, just talk to you and be like, yo. You know, usually when people send a cease and desist, they're hoping you're not gonna keep dragging it. That's basically the admitting the white flag that, hey, listen, people are starting to maybe reflect some thoughts based on our conversation about me, and this could be something that's not good for me. Could you not keep dragging it? Bro, I don't have, no one wakes up and says, what is Somalia doing today? No. So yeah, there's no malintent. There's no, you know, I don't want to drag it or nothing like that. So I say, let's get on the phone. And here's what my proposition was going to, no. So I said, give me your number. So I'm saying, I want to get on the phone. Instantly. And this should tell you all you want to know. Remember, she sent me this ChatGPT cease and desist. I'm like, oh my God, I could tell she's so triggered. She's blah, blah. she's trying to type all legal now. She's like calling me a thought is one thing, but accusing me of doing that and saying I'm getting flued out to get pipe. Okay, I'll read y'all the whole thing later. And I'm like, yo, all right, listen, we could be adults. It's fine, all right? And really, so I'm like, give me the number. She misconstrues me asking for her number as me asking, like, for what number in monetary sum would I settle before we get to litigation? Yo, chat, it's always about the moolah. It's always about money with these people. So I'll give her some credit, though. She didn't, like, just give me a number. She was just like, hey, you know, where I'm ready to go ahead, blah, blah, blah. But also, like, you know, I just care my reputation. I don't necessarily want exactly money, but yeah, you've hurt me. You've hurt my reputation. Which, this is, and without calling names for all you simp-ass other streamers who are rushing to her defense, I don't know how, as men, y'all stand by with a lot of these women who, as soon as something happens, they flip the other side and they're like, oh, all they want to get out of you is money. They want to take it legal. They want to bring you to child support. They want to claim an accusation. So it's interesting. I'm watching some of these dudes like come to her defense and I'm like, oh, y'all just want to do collabs with her. Okay. Let's keep watching. Her character has been shown. Eventually, when something doesn't fall her way with y'all, she gonna do the same thing. Regardless, whatever. So she thinks that I'm offering a settlement. Settlement for what? A settlement for what? Now, ultimately, you know, she kept typing this like, you know, ChatGPT legal mumbo jumbo again. And ultimately, we didn't get anywhere. You know, she was just like, you know, I'm just hoping you could do a few things. And you know, she had like a list of demands. She said, could you not call me that word again? Not too sure if I called her the word, even though I did admit that I said she participated in that culture. But maybe I did, who knows? But she was like, could you please not talk about me with that again? Okay. I'm not talking about her every day. Cool, whatever. Hey, the videos you have is getting clipped all over the place. Well, I thought, based on her Instagram likes and all that stuff, I thought she was like this huge streamer. Like, it wasn't until Big AJ told me later, it was like, yo, she doesn't get that many views. I thought she was like this huge deal. So, like, I'm thinking she's used to all this attention. Like, I know, listen, you come sparring with Ack, it's going to be a lot of people that are going to talk about it, good, bad, or ugly, for me or for you. So she's sending me clips of other people reacting to it. Well, I can't really tell reactors to react to it or not. But, you know, I'm like, you know, I guess if she feels like it, you know, she's that, you know, upset and, you know, she's hurt. Like, you know, maybe I take the video down, right? However, I'm going to tell you why I asked for a number. I wanted to have a conversation with her as an adult. And the conversation was going to be this. And we didn't have this conversation. If you go to her Twitter, I only responded to her, and then she damn near invited herself onto my stream. And I agreed, you're right. But she sent out a tweet. You fucking gay bitch. I was going to say, if you remove your tweet where you're calling me homosexual, I'm not. You're saying these things about me, very disparaging things. I could be a little, you know, Karen and say, oh, you defamed me. Right? I'm not homosexual. Like, we could pull up the tweet. Let's pull it up. Right? I could do that. I could do it. Right? This gay bitch. Oh yeah, I can't see it. Let me go back to this. This gay bitch I'm not gay. You're calling me a bitch. That's inflicting emotional distress. I could play all these games. I could play all these games that she's trying to play. You're the kind of woman that people need to stay away from, gossiping fat bitch. Yeah, I could play. So I was going to have this grown-up discussion and say, hey, listen. Even when we were on that call, you gave a lot of ad hominems. I let them roll off my shoulder. Let's be very clear. Legally, you don't have much room to stand on. I'd wrap you up in legal court. I'm no stranger in paying for lawyer fees, and I'm only talking for civil. But if it gotta be, who gives a fuck? But I would give you the lesson of, okay, let's both waste 100,000. 100,000 is a little bit less to me than I think it is to you. I don't care. So I just countersue you. But we could talk about this as adults. When you get online, right? And I get it. You say you felt away because I said that the lifestyle of an Instagram model who gets flown out by millionaires is kind of like sad and it's escort culture. When you respond saying this gay bitch, gossiping fat bitch, when you say that as a woman, you've now verbally entered into a mutual verbal combat, I believe. That I'm not going to take offense to your words because why even engage? But when I say things to you, you shouldn't be like, oh my God, I want to sue. I need to sue him. It's pathetic. And that's the adult thing that I think, these young chicks that the same way I was making the point about she lacks a little bit of reality or lacks a little bit of perspective on reality. No one's flying you out just because you're cool. No one's like, does the guy look like does he look like FaZe? He's not invested in your streaming career. He's not just bringing you out here for no reason on a private jet. Come on, use your brain. Okay, I get it. You're upset. Because here's the thing. Women fear labels more than they fear the action. Women fear the label of the action that is socially unacceptable more than they fear the actions themselves. I'll give you the example. A woman will flat out just say, flat out, she been going to the clubs, fucking this promoter, she met this rich guy, this basketball player, she fucked all of them. She done fucked 10 niggas in a month. She just got out of a relationship 3 months ago. When she's telling it to her homegirls or she put up on her story. Matter of fact, every night she's at the club, she's putting a Gunna song. Who getting fucked tonight? Who getting fucked tonight? Who getting fucked tonight? She got no problem with letting you know she's getting fucked tonight. It sounds cool when you put it in that way. That song is hot. It's cool to basically admit, I'm going to be getting fucked tonight. Because the song sounds good. It's not a label. It's a song. It sounds good. The song is describing the lifestyle. Okay. She gets on Instagram after she been in the section with the dudes. She just met a new baller, whatever. She throws it up on the gram. I'm outside. That's a cool colloquial way of saying that I'm single, I'm partying, and I'm living the life that I want to live. I'm being with whatever guy I want to be with. Now, if someone stripped down all those, cool ways to say, hey, yeah, you got out of a relationship and you fucked 10 guys in a month. You're a whore. Hurtful. It's putting a costume on dog shit. It's putting a bow tie on bullshit. It's the same thing. Let me make this unequivocally clear. If you are an Instagram model, I don't care which one you are, and you're getting put on private jets, getting flown from place to place for all these quote unquote free trips, and you think, oh no, I'm a vibe. They'll say everything. I'm a vibe. No, you're attractive, and the guy wants to get intimate with you. That's it. Escort culture is pervasive. Now, here's the thing, and this is what I also don't like. A lot of y'all men who are simping, just stay out of this conversation because it's okay. Some of y'all indulge in it, and y'all are saying, and I've heard, they've texted me already. Yo, Ak, you fucking up the game. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. This isn't a game you have to be like secretive about necessarily. They're still gonna do it. Over or under, hey, what are these prediction markets? Over or under 90 days. Or maybe 120 days till another jet, another vacation. You've been at work and you have to like ask your boss for time off 2 months in advance for your one trip per year. These chicks, no job, every other weekend, new country. They're travelers, nomads. I remember one girl, I still follow her to this day. She says, bragging, it's crazy, I've only slept in my bed 2 nights the last 2 months. Bragging. If you call it what it is and say, oh, damn, you've been working hard as an escort. You have been getting flown out by different men to different places, not paying for anything, with the hope that maybe you will get sexually intimate. And here's the thing I keep saying. Escorting doesn't necessarily mean you're getting fucked. Listen, anybody who's in the fly out game, unless you're just a predator, you're going to understand, at least when it gets to that high level, especially if you're not offering women money for sex, you're offering them, quote unquote, an experience, which, by the way, here's the thing. That's kind of what escorting is. You don't offer money for sex. Yo, come with me to da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I'm going to Miami. We're going to have this big yacht. We're going private. Oh, we're going shopping. You see, being an escort it's really the upper class way historically that businessmen used to hire prostitutes, like running in and outside of like picking up a hooker on the block. That was distasteful. Ew. The cops is there on the other side. There's a lot of drugs. You have the pimp over here with a gun in this thing. Let's go back to the Diddy situation. There's escorts that actually testified. They testified on, no, not testified. They did interviews with DJ Vlad. You know, he interviewed all the escorts that was in the Diddy case. And some of them said, not all the time we had sex, but I still got paid. I got paid for my time. And actually, I was asked, hey, do you want to do this? Are you comfortable with doing this? That's the proposition. Some of them said no, or sometimes some of them couldn't perform. Didn't mean that they didn't get paid. They always got paid. So the difference is prostitution is a transactional happening for sex. Escorting, I'm going to reward you for spending time with me, obviously with the hope that we could get into something intimate. I don't do a long rant here. I feel like we're starting to mainstream energies. We're still on, this is a gambling stream. So I'll reserve everything for later. But yeah, she sent me a long ass cease and desist. Said that she would be intending to sue me herself, pro se, represent herself, claiming that I'm fucking up the money by putting a name on some of the behavior I've noticed. She felt that any insinuations that she had agreed to have sex for money was not true, which I didn't claim. And she demanded that I no longer called her that, but also removed my videos of our debate that she willingly got on my stream, got in my Discord to have with me. Very interesting. I would have, I wanted to be an adult and speak to her and say, hey, listen, ma'am, if you're scared or you're getting terrified of our conversation, maybe you shouldn't get online. This should be the warning. Do this with Lil Zay Osama. Don't get online and be like this gay bitch academics. Like, I kind of have a track record that usually once I start breaking down, y'all all have fragile self-esteems. It's easily broken down. Because with y'all, I look at the person y'all look at in the mirror after the long session that last night. When I tried to have the conversation with her, she said, when I said, what's your number? She thought I was asking her, what amount of money does she want? Classic woman sticking up a man mentality. To her credit again, she didn't give a number. She didn't give a number. But she continued to double down saying, we're headed to court. Okay? Anyway, we'll get more into it later. For the people who think like a lawsuit at this point doesn't really rattle me or scare me. And I think people have this idea, and I don't know why it's still pervasive, that, you know, like this idea of defamation is just really so easily proved, is just so easily winnable. We've seen in the situation, most specifically, in the situation with Milagro Graham versus Megan Pete, the damages awarded, right? Even though she cited $30 million of potential lost earnings. $30 million that Meg Thee Stallion cited in potential lost earnings. She got awarded I think it was $7,500. The other money that we're talking about, there's 57 or there's 45,000 or something like that. That came from a revenge porn thing. Or promoting a deep fake or AI, sexual image, which supposedly they claim she did. But this idea that, because everybody loves to say, sue him, sue. Defamation is a really difficult thing to prove. If somebody's operating in good faith, if you're indulging in a conversation, again, it's not like I'm over here. You indulge in a conversation with me. You got on my stream. The tone of voice and the ad hominem started with you. Yo, this gay fat bitch. So if I respond, it doesn't work like that legally, where it says, hey, take $1 million because you insulted him and he then responded with things that insulted you, you get paid. Once again, Meg Thee Stallion got $7,500 for defamation on that one count. Everything else were other counts. One was the harassment count, and then the other one was, and she got $2,500 for that. And then the promoting of the fake porn image, that was $40,000. Still less than $75,000. And by the way, the defamation was then tossed. The defamation was tossed because seeing that they considered, or at least a jury considered, Milagro operating under a media capacity, you would have to send a cease and desist before you would just immediately sue. And you have to give that person at least, and you have to attempt to give them a chance to remedy that behavior. So yeah, and just to cross my T's, dot my I's, I'll say this. I have no idea if she's an escort, but I do think she's participating in escort culture, even if she's not an escort. What is escort culture to me? Escort culture is free trips, free hotels, shopping sprees, and things to have this lifestyle that is fully paid for by another man. But that man is paying for that with the assumption of trying to spend time with you, with then the assumption that if maybe them spending time with you and it's congruent, that you guys will get sexually intimate. All right. For that, there's no defamation. So we'll talk about it again. I'm glad she sent me the document. We'll break it down on stream. But let's get back on steak. Let's go, y'all. Let's get on that blackjack, man. Let's get on that blackjack. But yeah, that's the new thing. Okay. Oh, actually, no. I want to play this new game. I got to play this new game. We're going to learn it together. What y'all up to? It's early in the morning, huh? Yeah, okay. There's something called. All right, pause on this name. It's called Angry Balls. Y'all remember the game Angry Bird? Angry Balls is diabolical, man. Angry Balls? Shit. Somebody said, I'm gambling at 7? Oh, you're on the West. Where are you on the West? Should I go to Super Bowl this year? So Super Bowl is in San Francisco. I think it might just pop up, right? Okay, click and drag the ball fully backwards until a circle turns green. Once it's green, release and shoot. You must pull all the way back to launch. Okay, how do you win? Destroy coins and diamonds to increase the multiplier. Collect power-ups to gain special abilities. These are okay. Destroy coins. Okay. Alright, so we gotta destroy these coins. Alright, we gotta get the diamond. The diamond is what it is. The power-ups is a split. Okay, collect. Alright, so we gotta collect these. Okay, cool. I don't really do slots, and this is like kind of like virtual slots a little bit, but you know what? We'll fuck around with it. Click on the ball. Pull way back. Let's see what's wrong with this shit. Yo, we gotta use like sound effects. Woo! Okay. Alright. Oh shit, I almost hit the fucking diamond. Okay. Alright, you know, those are rookie numbers. Let's put 10 bucks on this. Let's see what's popping. Ooh. What? Oh, the 100K I just missed. Okay, I missed that too. It's not a good look right now. Okay. Like this. What's that? Okay, multiplier? Okay, I won $5. Oh, $50. Oh, okay. I'm gonna run it up on this bitch. Watch. Rookie numbers. Let's go to $100. No, 50 bucks. Nah, actually 30 bucks. Yeah, 30 bucks. 30 bucks. Come on, chat. Rookie numbers. Let's get it. You see me? I'm an angry guy. I'm a math guy. So like this type of shit. Like I'm gonna look at the angle right here. What is this? This is about like a 30, 34 degree angle right here. Alright, I'm gonna just remember. Okay. Let's go. Ooh, whoa. Oh, we gotta go higher. That's the fucking wave. Oh, but nothing hit nothing. Oh shit, what the fuck is this? Yo, did y'all see that story? I might talk about it on stream later. Y'all see this or whatever. Bro, this shit's addictive.
If you were sexually abused while in a juvenile detention facility, you may be entitled to $580,000 or more in compensation. Billions of dollars have already been paid to survivors in similar abuse cases involving negligent institutions.
Nobody wins when the family feud.
Blind to that shit, and you know how I come when I come through that bitch. Got the streets in the lock, I done come to that shit. Got the ball in my hand, I can't fumble this shit.
I put no cut on this shit, I pop her ass to get me loaded. She gon' put me like a freeze to break off, I keep it player. I got drip on me right now, I'm missing car with Chanel.
Organized crime operation, and it's happening right here in central Georgia.
Away tonight as 3 inmates are dead and a correctional officer injured.
Now hitting me, how dangerous it really was, how much worse it could have been.
But she says something felt off when she saw guards bolt out of the visitation area Sunday afternoon, leaving one female officer inside.
Something going on. We heard very loud, almost yelling coming from the walkie-talkies. You could hear her say, don't open that door. You can't come in here.
Shouting, telling them to get out. The witness says the group overpowered a guard, taking his keys to then break into the visiting room.
The prisoners that were trying to come through the door were right behind her, hot on her heels, because there's blood and weapons, and they just busted through a door.
On bus station where they were set to have a family reunion on Wednesday. They had it all planned out. Jimmy Trammell, who was going to be released from that prison in Washington County, catch a bus here to this Greyhound bus station and start his new life. But he was killed before his release.
Sometimes I think we underestimate doing a crime and going to jail. There's no guarantee you coming home. Once you get in it, it's a world in itself. Inside this world, we heard plenty of stories that can go either way. We heard people with a little bit of time say that's the most dangerous when you're around people serving 15 plus in life. We heard some people say with 15 plus years, they made it out unscratched. Like I say, it can go either way. But today, we got a case where multiple inmates was killed on the same day during the same altercation. One inmate was set to be released less than 48 hours before he was killed, who we'll later identify. It seems it's a bigger problem that's attached to an even bigger problem in our prison systems. Well-known documented gangs inside the chain gang. Some was members before incarceration. Some was after. Some joined for protection. And for some, that's all they know. In this video, we're going to highlight the two well-known gangs that's a part of this story, who seem to got into a brawl that quickly escalated inside a jail that we'll later identify, that had inmates brawling that wasn't even a part of both gangs. Some will say the gangs we'll later identify as no strangers to these type of riots in recent history. As mentioned in this video, we're going to talk about that problem that became public, the victims who lost their lives, speak on how they got incarcerated, and of course, pay our respects in the process. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. 3 are dead, and a dozen hospitalized after violence at Georgia's Washington State Prison on Sunday, January 11, 2026. Now for those who are wondering, Washington State Prison is often called WSP, Davisboro, Georgia, a rural Washington County. 1991 it opened, with the security level being close security, houses some of Georgia's most dangerous inmates, with the capacity of 1,500 inmates. As we all know, managed by Georgia's Department of Corrections. WSP is considered one of Georgia's most violent state prisons, especially during peak years of gang conflict. After doing my research, Georgia DOC intelligence and court filings have repeatedly identified active gang structures inside WSP. 2 we'll later identify for this story. Gangster Disciples, GD, Bloods, Crips, Ghostface Gangsters, GFG, white supremacist gangs, and independent street crews align with larger organizations. Now, key facts is that the gangs control contraband flow, including drugs, phones, and weapons. Green light orders, hits, are often coordinated inside prison but carried out both inside and outside. Many gang conflicts at WSP are tied to street beefs, especially from Atlanta, Macon, Savannah, and Augusta. 4 months ago, they tried to expose the recent uprising drones dropping off drugs.
Organized crime operation, and it's happening right here in central Georgia. Washington County Sheriff says they are battling a sophisticated criminal network operating all around the state. Nearly half of the suspects in Sheriff Joel Cochran's county jail are charged in drone operations. Hunter King explains to us how Sheriff Cochran says groups use the drones to smuggle contraband into the state prison.
Washington County's sheriff says they respond to drone activity near the state prison almost every other week. Sergeant C.J. Davis describes what they find.
Marijuana, tobacco, methamphetamine, clothing, food, phones.
Davis has worked at the sheriff's office for 8 years. He arrested 4 suspects in October during a drone drop operation. Deputies recovered a drone, a controller, cellophane-wrapped packages, and a phone.
One car was actually the driver car of the drone and the illegal contraband, and one car was actually the drone pilots, as you so to speak.
The operations involve people from different parts of the state. Sheriff Joel Cochran says gangs run these criminal networks from inside Georgia prisons. He says the contraband phones enable inmates to commit crimes from their cells.
They're running scams from the jail, coordinating illegal activity through gang involvement with drugs, intimidating witnesses.
The sheriff's office has made arrests in 17 drone drop cases this year. He says 74 of the 170 inmates in the county jail face charges related to prison drop cases. That's 44% of the jail population.
This is a huge criminal operation being run from within the Georgia State Prison facility.
He says only 2 Washington County residents have faced arrests in these cases over the past 5 to 6 years. The sheriff says most suspects come from other parts of Georgia. Reporting in Washington County, Hunter King, 13, WMAZ News.
Now, during the holidays, this same jail had went viral after a clip had surfaced to the public of what seemed to be another gang dispute.
When was the last time you smiled without hesitation? I meet people every day who cover their mouths when they laugh or shy away from photos because they're ashamed of their teeth.
Now, one of these gang members that was housed during that situation and possibly involved is a gang member who promotes drugs, phones, basically contraband, while incarcerated on social media. He's also an aspiring rapper, and according to his transcript, a gangster disciple, also known as a GD. His real name, Teddy Jackson, 27 years old. His rap name is 2 Clips Take Away the C with a K. He's known for doing music videos, or at least thrillers, while inside Washington County Prison.
Why they don't trust them? Demon child, nigga. Hey, shit all facts, nigga. Free God. Hey, look, before I pay for me a drill, bitch, I go do that shit myself. Niggas hold them boys, ain't never do me nothing. Anytime I had a drop, I let my youngin' DJ drum. Niggas front, they can't even score. I think it's time them niggas punt it. You a no look like my home, don't know about throw it, but I got gum. You slime you out your shit and take the stand out to your arm. I got 5 baby mamas, wonder why I ain't welcome. I was locked inside that box, I had to jam my dick with lotion. I put no cut on this shit, I pop her ass to get me loaded. She gon' put me like a fruits to break off, I keep it player. I got drip on me right now, I'm missing Cora with Chanel. And she fine and she petite, and she my kind to keep me staring. I'm a lover in the sheets, but in the streets I get my man. Talking one down over shit, get so close I shake your hand.
He was talking, now he got a husband. Put the gas to the floor and I put out. Told my mama ain't no more than put out. Know they listen, I know what to put out.
Now, for the last 6 years, Teddy been locked up. Around 27 years old since 21. He was arrested in 2019 alongside 4 other individuals inside a Macon home on the 2800 block of Blunt Street. The Bibbs County Sheriff's Office say 4 of the men were felons and had firearms in their possession. It was around 3:40 p.m. Deputies went to the home to serve warrants on 21-year-old Teddy Dwayne Jackson. When deputies arrived, they found 4 other males in the house with Jackson. According to them, they located 4 firearms along with drugs in the residence, and all 5 subjects were taken into custody at the time. At the moment, they didn't have a bond, but eventually they did. Jackson went on a run. He was eventually apprehended 2 months later. He was taken to Bibb County Jail and charged with 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 3 counts of aggravated assault, criminal use of an article with altered ID mark, and possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, and probation violation. And unfortunately, Jackson, he was one of the individuals who was allegedly a part of the GD side against the Bloods, who got into an altercation and lost his life. May he rest in peace. Another alleged member was a guy named Jimmy Lee Trammell. He was older, 42 years old, as mentioned, allegedly a part of the GDs. He'd been locked up since 2012, 13 years ago, for burglary in the 1st degree. He was set to be released on January 14th, 2026. According to Jimmy Aunt, he was transferred to Washington State Prison recently ahead of his scheduled release Wednesday. She said the warden had called Trammell's brother late Sunday to tell him that Trammell had been fatally stabbed in a fight. May he rest in peace, and love and condolences to his family. Unofficial word of his death had already reached the family from an inmate with a contraband cell phone. Now, the 3rd victim in his prison hide was Ahmaud Hatcher, just 23 years old. Hatcher was serving 20 years for aggravated assault in Richmond County. May he rest in peace, and love and condolences to his family. It was alleged that he allegedly joined the Bloods gang. Apparently, all 3 died as mentioned, as a fight broke out at Washington State Prison at around 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. The press release said the staff tried to clear the visitation area after the altercation started. Apparently, this happened in front of several family members, which intensified the fight. No visitors were injured during the brawl, but according to the press release, the disturbance was under control after an hour and a half, 3 p.m. The GDC said 14 additional people, 13 inmates and 1 correctional officer were injured during the fight. 11 prayers stay away.
Investigation is underway tonight as 3 inmates are dead and a correctional officer injured. That's after an altercation at the Washington State Prison Sunday night. The men and the prison are on the screen behind me right here. Ahmaud Hatcher, Jimmy Trammell, and Teddy Jackson died in what officials believe was a gang-related fight. Hatcher was serving 20 years related to an aggravated assault from here in Richmond County. Jimmy Trammell was serving 20 years for first-degree burglary out of Fulton County, and Teddy Jackson was serving 10 years for aggravated assault in Bibb County. Maggie Fitzgerald reports from the Washington State Prison tonight.
If you have SNAP or Medicaid, you may qualify for a free iPhone or Samsung, plus up to 10 gigabytes of data. Apply online in just a minute.
Inside Washington State Prison, a Sunday brawl left 3 inmates dead and families searching for answers. But an eyewitness telling us today it all happened inside the prison's visitation area, where she says a group of inmates burst through the door, bloodied and armed, leaving visitors scrambling.
It's really just now hitting me how dangerous it really was, how much worse it could have been.
Tonight, an eyewitness says it all happened in seconds. A routine Sunday visit with a loved one at Washington State Prison turning into a nightmare. The witness asked to remain anonymous for her safety, but she says something felt off when she saw guards bolt out of the visitation area Sunday afternoon, leaving 1 female officer inside.
Something going on. We heard very loud, almost yelling coming from the walkie-talkies. You could hear her say, "Don't open that door, you can't come in here."
Shouting from the guard, first directed at inmates deeper into the facility, then to visitors, telling them to get out. The witness says the group overpowered a guard, taking his keys to then break into the visiting room.
The prisoners that were trying to come through the door were right behind her, hot on her heels, because there's blood and weapons, and they just busted through a door. They're standing between us and our loved ones.
The riot-style attack left 3 men dead, including 23-year-old Ahmaud Hatcher. Hatcher's family says they are demanding answers and accountability, claiming he had warned his mother about unsafe conditions inside the prison.
A piece of my heart just was torn out of my chest. He was scared of his life. They were a cause of my son to get killed because they wasn't doing their job.
And Sheriff Joel Cochran says the scene was secure and all inmates were accounted for by 6 p.m. on Sunday. The GDC is investigating.
As we said at the very beginning, it's a world in itself inside this world, fam. When you step into them prison walls, 4x4, nothing but concrete, it hit different. And the facts are this: we talked about a young man who was in his early 20s, serving 20. A man who served 13 from a 20-year sentence, expected to be released in just 2 days. Then he lose his life. A man who served 7 of his 10 years, who looked like he was living well in jail, loses his as well. No expiration date. And in jail, ain't no such thing as running. I'm sending 11 prayers to everyone who was affected by this story. Once again, rest in peace to the victim. Fam, this was the latest story of a jail in a rural area in Georgia that housed some of the most violent inmates you can think of, had went into a riot between 2 gangs that couldn't be controlled until almost 2 hours in a confined area while in front of visitors, leaving 3 dead, 13 injured, including 1 staff member. It's unfortunate. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want: bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing. Beautiful. Next up is the AI section creator. This is great for those website essentials like a contact section or a place to subscribe. Now, I'm running a sale, so I punch in some
Get out of the hands.
Adam. Hey, stay right here. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
They might do a robbery today. They might break into your house tomorrow. They might steal your car the next day.
There's a police officer right over here. Are there any questions you'd want to ask a cop?
Today we head back to East Chicago to ride along with their police department. And for reference, East Chicago is a city in Indiana just over the state border of Illinois, and it's very close to high-crime Southside Chicago neighborhoods. This department, led by Chief Jose Rivera, is big on a tactic called proactive police work. The concept is simple. Police look for minor infractions like broken taillights and traffic violations in an effort to uncover bigger crimes like illegal guns or people with warrants. Supporters of this strategy say it comes with a proven track record of crime reduction, while critics of it call it harassment to the citizens. We're showing you exactly how it works so you can decide for yourself. With East Chicago PD, we get to witness the effects of proactive police work firsthand, and you'll get to see everything from foot chases to traffic stops to arrests live in action. Let's get to it.
All right, so we're hitting the field. It's summer. It's been hot lately. Any predictions for tonight?
Because it's hot and it actually cooled down just a little to like high 80s, low 90s, you're gonna get a lot of people outside. You gotta remember, a lot of people don't have air conditioning. So I think today we'll get some decent traffic stops. We'll probably get, I don't want to see it, but I can predict either a foot pursuit or a car pursuit today. So.
And are we going out with Greenwood?
Yeah, so I think she said Greenwood and Galley.
The first thing that we have is the hottest block right now is the 3400 block of Fur. From then, it's the 500 block of 151st, the 3900 block of Alder, 3800 block of Cary, the 4000 block of Main Street, 3800 block of Pulaski, 49 of Weg. So we'll start off in the harbor. That's where most of our shots fired have been. LPRs, all the warrants have been added. So if you guys put your tabs up, we'll go from there. Get out there. If there's anything else that you guys are looking for, just call it out. All right? Everybody have a car? All right, let's have at it.
And we got one in custody, got some coke.
All right. Where'd you find that shit on him?
I found it in his pocket. It's a little 40 ball.
Oh. This side's good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a warning. Do me a favor, regardless of where you gotta go. It's always keep it slow down. All right. We got stop signs for a reason. So go ahead. You good to go, man. All right. So the driver was in a hurry. Took the stop sign. Stopped him. The passenger was a bit jittery. Kept saying on the G back and forth, saying that the city knows him. We smelled marijuana. Driver gave us full consent. As soon as we took both of them out, passenger became more jittery, got us nervous. So officer safety, patted him down, make sure he didn't have nothing on him. As my partner was patting his pockets down, he found a clear knotted baggie with a white powdery substance within, so.
What's going through your mind right now?
Man, I ain't talking to you people, man. Get that shit off my face, G. Shit, I'm a gangster, nigga. No, man. Psycho. No.
What do you think should be different?
I'll be out in 3 weeks. I'll be out in 3 weeks.
We'll be out. We'll catch him again.
You catch me again.
So is he a repeat offender?
Yeah.
What is he known for in this town?
Everything.
This is Officer Galley. He served in the Navy for 8 years, and now he's in his 3rd year with East Chicago PD, and he's the guy who we'll be riding along with today.
How's the community relations been with police lately?
It depends on what you think on the police for real.
So yeah, Toyota be on deck for real. I love they be on. Yeah, but you just gotta
stay out the way and you ain't gonna have no problems with police. Yeah,
that's their job.
So there's a police officer right over here. Are there any questions you'd want to ask a cop?
Any questions? I don't talk to police.
So what do you think it would take to have communities be a little bit more safer and like young guys doing less reckless shit?
I feel like if it was like most people like basketball, if it was more sports events out here, a lot of people would do that.
So there's no sports for you to sign up for?
No AAU, no none of that.
East Chicago does not have a football or baseball league.
No.
Do you know if that's true?
Not even basketball.
Chicago is a Pop Warner team.
Yeah, they got Pop Warner. They got
middle school, high school.
Right, they got all of that. But I'm talking about summer leagues. Summer leagues. That when I was younger, but they don't got no AAU leagues. That's what I'm talking about.
I looked a lot different. I started my degree in 1986 and 30 years later decided to complete my goals. The support system that you get with Purdue Global just being in the military, you actually get assigned a person who will stay with you and walks you through step by step. Earning my degree with Purdue Global has given me the confidence to show me that I am not too old. I can do it. This is my comeback. Start yours today at purdueglobal.edu.
What do you make of all that?
It's predetermined by choice, if you were to ask me. And it has a lot to do with social media, who influences them, music, obviously.
So how do you break the cycle? Because it seems to me there are some kids that just grow up kind of screwed from the start. Their dad's a gangster, they live in an area, let's say like Little Village, Chicago, where it's so entrenched, the chances of you not being in some gang just seem, that's the minority.
When it's generational, when your grandfather, your father, and you were born and raised in that, that's almost impossible, I'll be honest. I have family where one cousin became a gang member, but the other one didn't, right? So it's not always gonna be all of them, but very difficult when it's how you grew up, it's all you've seen every day, that's all you know.
I need you guys to pull up a large group out here.
Sweet.
What's this?
3 large group. 466 around.
So going into this, how are you gonna approach it? Like,
well, I know the address. We're all familiar with these 2 separate addresses that are on. Again, kids usually got guns. Some of the kids that associated over there are known for shooting. Looks like just a bunch of kids. Yep.
It appears someone fled the scene, and after that, chaos and foot pursuits broke loose.
Oh, shit.
Get on the fucking ground.
Let's go.
Hands.
I got
hands.
Got him. I got a shirt. Stuck on a shirt.
Get that motherfucker over there. Adam. Hey, stay right here. I'm gonna go help.
Go get them.
Please stop. Next time we like that. Okay. Hey, calm down. Hey.
I don't know who this is. 41.
Now remember on Jesus Christ? Remember on Jesus Christ? Now you want to cry? Next time listen, right? What did we learn? What did we learn?
That shit crazy. Y'all bogus than the motherfucker for this. No, that's my godson. He ain't even fucking 21. They on so much bullshit.
So what's going through your head?
My son don't even fucking sell no drugs. He fucking 17.
He did.
Got the right people.
Kill people and sell drugs.
Y'all should have the right people. My son not.
He probably do.
That motherfucker can't even see shit.
That's what you call your.
The fuck? He blind.
So just to give people some context, we drove past.
That shit
It went
crazy.
from kind of nothing happening to a lot of action. I don't know what got someone tased, and a lot of people are mad and confused. There's people kind of shouting out their window like, what the fuck's going on?
They don't
What's
never do
happening
this
here?
shit. They don't even do this.
So
Like dead
I'm
ass.
still trying to figure out what happened to the scene, so we'll hopefully get some more information.
This is all government housing. We get nothing but complaints of shootings, shots fired, drugs, gangs. We're here to answer that complaint, and this is what we get. But what we're going to do next is a follow-up is we'll get a hold of housing, let them know what's going on over here, how they're acting towards us and not cooperating. This is not the type of people we want living here. This is assisted living, but you should be contributing to the community, not being a nuisance and tying up our resources. So
Is that a paddy wagon?
That's our paddy wagon, so we'll transport them in there.
Tommy G, I'm following your ass, gang. And y'all come over here and do this, but it's a big ass lawsuit on y'all.
I think they think I orchestrated this.
It looked like he got tased in the face with some prongs.
The people are starting to think it's a conspiracy for the YouTube video. In Chicago, I'm just here for the ride along. I didn't call the shots. I'm not even sure what happened, to be honest.
Like fish. So last night we got called to that same area. I don't know if it was the same building, but it was Mr. Spades, who was just placed under arrest, said that his girlfriend was hitting him. So we arrived on scene, and sure enough, she was throwing haymakers at him, but he didn't want to press any charges. The girlfriend left, and that was that, and we're back today.
But you guys helped bring the peace yesterday, but today, for some reason, he got escalated.
Correct. There was a little bit of de-escalation last night, and today is a different story.
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood. And the thing about neighborhoods, they're not made of places. They're made of people. People who look out for each other. That's why we make hardworking tools that always work with any pro or DIY budget. You see, we treat neighbors like, well, neighbors. The other thing about neighbors,
One. Him first. Come on, man. Come on, man. Pull. You gotta wait. Hold on.
I'll take these off. Put your hands on the breath. Yes, sir. Tommy G, you crazy, gang.
I'm just with them for a day.
You know what I'm saying? You going to the wrong hoods, doing the wrong shit. Somebody is gonna do something to you, bro.
I don't think so. I go in a lot of different hoods.
No, I ain't trying to, no disrespect, I'm just saying. I'm following you.
And I'm finna get famous on YouTube. I got the shit in my face because motherfuckers stabbed me. Yeah, I'm from Harbor, Indiana.
So can we have a little recap what happened?
Sure. It's an ongoing investigation occurring in that area. When the officers were called by other officers about complaints, they went to go follow up, and a lot of the targets of the investigation were there. When the officers got out to confront these guys about gambling, drug dealing, drug usage, a couple of them got violent, some of them ran. That whole area is government housing. So if you look at the buildings, there's clear signs that says no trespassing. You must live there to be there. You just can't hang out there. They have a zero tolerance on drugs, loitering, and gang and drug violence. So we established that the juvenile lives there, the one that fought with the police in the hallway. His mother was the one cussing and yelling at the police. Those are not the type of people we want living in that type of area. Government housing is there to assist you, not to enable you and not to have you waste our resources and have all the police there because you're causing problems. So part 2 is gonna be now tomorrow, I'll pull the report, all the arrests, I'll send it to housing and explain that these people that live there caused all this nuisance and aggravation to the police department by the complaint we got, which is drug dealing, illegal gambling, and selling drugs. Housing will then call them in for a meeting. Based on the nuisance, they can get evicted. I try my best not to get involved because I have to be the middleman. I can't be the 1 on 10 because I'm gonna set the tone. If I'm out there arguing and fighting, I guarantee you the rest of them, that is just a signal. The Batman sign just went up and all hell breaks loose with the officer. So I have to be the calm, more civilized one. Everybody's human. You're gonna lose your temper, but as long as you're not getting violent with them, as long as you're not using excessive force, I'm okay with that. I understand that you can only take so much before you react.
All right, so we're gonna call it a night tonight and come back to East Chicago and get a little more action. Good night.
After the chaos at those apartment complexes, the rest of the night was pretty quiet, so we left town around 10 or 11 p.m. However, later that night, from the very same apartments where the arrests happened, East Chicago PD's shot spotter system recorded dozens of gunshots in the air. After seeing some summer action in June, we came back to East Chicago in November, and as you know, a lot of crime is quite seasonal, and I was interested to see if this would be a high action day. Here's what happened.
Can you please lock in? Huh? Just lock in.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aim small, miss small. Get on the fucking ground. This is Officer Greenwood. He served in the Army for 8 years, and he's in his 4th year with East Chicago PD, and he's the officer we will be going on patrol with. So we're coming to the end of the summer, rolling into fall. How did summer go in East Chicago?
It was fun, but the crime rates dropped, especially since the gang and narcs team was doing all the search warrants on the houses.
So all the heavy hitters got pulled off the street?
Yeah, there's a lot of them that have.
In a way, does that suck for you guys because it makes your job less intense?
Yeah.
Yes, no. I mean, for a city overall, you want your crime rate to go down.
How often are people actually calling the police nowadays?
A lot.
Yeah?
People call it police for actual events, or people just call it police because, hey, somebody's parked in front of my house.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
No way.
Yeah. Haley, Dominic, Riley, and Owen.
Is he asking to get pulled over?
Railroad. Oh my God.
It might be a really old person.
Handicap. How you doing? Driver's license. You got a good registration or no?
Yes.
You do?
Okay, are these
All
guys
right.
getting arrested? Okay, we're hopping in. But okay, I'll tell them to step on it.
To where?
Okay, thank you. She said go on it. There's guys on the ground. There's guns and shit.
All right, are you done playing?
Dude, Jesus. Almost fucking hit you. It didn't matter. That's why you gotta do that shit. They still don't fucking pay attention.
Come on, man.
We got a traffic stop. Led from a broken taillight. Pulled him over. Immediately smelled weed. Now we're just going through. They ended up having 2 firearms, an AR pistol and a Glock with an extended mag on it. So now we're just about to run the guns. Already ran my dog. You guys wasn't here for that. Found a little bit of weed in there, but nothing crazy.
So you're just running the guns to see if they're clear?
Yeah, we're just gonna run the guns, make sure they're clear.
You got a 28-4?
Officer Morris ran the guns through the system, and when they came back clean, he said this to the guys he had detained.
All right, boys, gotta take you in for felony possession, all right?
What?
No, I'm just messing with you. Let me cut you loose. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna cut him loose. Yeah, just a little bit of weed. Let's be smart, bro. Let's not drink and drive and smoke, all right? You asking for attention.
In states like Indiana, where marijuana is illegal, to an officer on a traffic stop, there's no better smell than weed because that odor instantly gives the officer probable cause to search the vehicle. Sometimes these searches lead to significant arrests of crimes that would have never been detected if it were not for weed. It's fair to say that if weed was legalized, it would greatly inhibit an officer's ability to search a vehicle. And this makes the smell of marijuana a powerful but controversial tool in a policeman's arsenal. East Chicago was a formerly dangerous place that you guys have drastically reduced the homicide rate. How did you go about doing that?
So, and I hate when chiefs take credit because I'm not going to take credit for it. The way we first started was we thought that the more officers you have, the safer your city is. And we started to find out that wasn't the case. So what we did was we started strategically going after the gangs. And one of the ways we did it was we saw that on the state side, it was too lenient. So we decided to do a RICO case. We never done it in the history of this department, but we thought, well, we'll give it a shot because we got guys that are responsible for anywhere from 18 to 20 murders a year. So something has to be done. We took it to the U.S. Attorney's Office and they agreed. So we started a RICO case against the Imperial Gangsters and we started taking down key people within the gang. A lot of it started with small drug buys and how quick they are to tell. And that whole no snitching policy, snitches get stitches. I always laugh because doing this job 27 years, our biggest snitches, our biggest informants are actually gang members and drug dealers. So once we started breaking them from within, we started getting more information on them. We had enough for a RICO case, and we started taking down the leadership.
Just the last name. The female driver pulled over stated that some unknown party was breaking into her aunt's house at 3904 Theodore. We were out to check it out as well.
Is there a break-in?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Are we going straight there?
Yep.
I'll let that take 100.
They're gonna take 100?
Yeah.
Where's upstairs?
That just leads out to the back on the
Yeah,
back
this
porch.
is just one unit.
Oh, really?
This is a separate unit.
Yeah, it's 2, 3.
Well, the back door was open. We cleared the basement.
Are you trying to renovate these out and then rent them, or what are you trying to do?
So this is already being sold. So this is in the process of selling it.
Oh,
but since
but then there's
the
people
legal
getting in.
work is still not done with it, everything, my aunt is still technically, this is still her family's building.
I see. So did someone get in the lockbox and they took the key?
I believe so, yeah. And this would be the second or third time.
Where's
And
the
don't-
lockbox?
Today.
Oh, they took it?
Yeah, I guess they
That's
took it.
crazy.
Is this Tipton's top?
Yeah.
Yeah, 714. This location.
171, I'm with them. I know who this is too. What's up, man? Just to the back of the car, okay? All right. Put your hands up here for me. You ain't got nothing on you that's gonna stick me, poke me, hurt me. Put your hands up there. All right. Go ahead, have a seat on the curb, bro.
I got a.
You got a. Okay. Stand right here then.
Katie in there, that's it. Go ahead, because it's burnt marijuana, bro. The smell of burnt marijuana, man.
Where you smell it at?
That's how I knew you were smoking. That's why the first thing I asked you was how much weed was in the car.
You turned the corner.
Obviously, weed ain't legal, right? That's why I asked you from jump. I said, hey, bro, was it a small amount?
No,
Let me know.
yeah,
Big amount, let me know.
that's
You
all.
feel me? No harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? Because to be real with you, if it was a small amount, I just would have took a picture on your way. You feel me? Unless you got 5, 6 pounds in the trunk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know how to get the trunk open.
That's
so
cool,
I can
bro.
check the trunk.
No, you straight, man. But you good to go, man. You straight. I ain't take your license. Nothing like that.
Let's talk about proactive policing. Many criminologists advocate for the strategy because they say it comes with a proven track record of reducing crime. Take East Chicago. In the 90s, the city averaged 20 murders a year, but now averages only 5 or 6. Officers like Chief Rivera will credit this drop to proactive police work combined with aggressive RICO cases. And you can find similar results nationally. Jacksonville, Florida, for example, is a city that's really bought into proactive policing, and they went from Florida's deadliest city to dropping out of the top 10 entirely. However, critics of proactive police work will say that these tactics result in harassment to the citizens, the very people that pay the wages for the police that patrol. Folks, let me know in the comments your take on proactive policing and whether you'd like to see this type of law enforcement where you live.
How do you draw the line with proactive policing between being ahead of the curve and being borderline harassing citizens?
So that's all on perception. The community is always going to think it's harassment, right? Because they don't know the whole story. And I don't put it out there. Like, for example, just a couple days ago, so I get calls that at the park, the kids are playing basketball, but they're not just playing basketball, they're gambling and they're smoking weed and some of them are dealing. When my officers go over there to deal with those kids, people see, why are you bothering these kids? All they're doing is playing basketball. Well, I don't want to tell them that Miss Smith or Miss Taylor or Miss Sanchez called and lives down the street and saw what they were doing and wanted us there.
A few blocks down, a call came in and Greenwood went to the scene to see if backup was necessary.
You said they in here too?
No.
Say that again? Did you have in here?
Just a piece of blunt that was rolled.
He pulled it out. You got it. Sir, you just made it fall. Sir, look under the bag. It's a piece of blunt. You just picked it up.
Okay, here it is. That's the only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
3814 Erie Court.
Ma'am, is there anything else in here that we need to know about?
The middle part.
The middle part what?
Bro, is that fucking
This
coke?
right here, yeah, she got coke in there too.
Fuck yeah, she does.
I got the bag right here.
What's wrong?
If y'all gotta take me, just do it now. I got a baby. No.
Okay. You just had a baby?
Yes.
Wanna talk to him? Okay, see if we can catch him.
All these cameras on you need to shut the fuck up. Oh no, the officer said I could talk to him.
I understand it, but right now, just step back.
From what we can gather, it appears this woman was holding onto cocaine for her boyfriend, and due to the sensitive nature of this arrest, we decided to blur out this woman's face because stereotypically, the type of boyfriend that makes his woman hold on to drugs for him also tends to be the same type of guy that beats the crap out of women.
Okay, so break down what we just saw in that scene.
Okay. Just a normal traffic stop. You can smell the weed in the car, so you have probable cause to search. She started most likely right before we showed up. She didn't want to let anyone search the car because Tipton ran the dog. The dog hit on the car. So now we have probable cause.
You got on the roll here.
Gave probable cause. You can look anywhere where the drugs might be. And she already gave it away that there was
429 Central.
drugs inside of her purse. And when looking into it more, you can see there's a bag of coke in one bag.
Central.
There's marijuana, stuff like that. There's a straw with coke all inside of it.
How much coke you think?
442.
Just a little bit?
I don't know. I'd say maybe 2-3 grams.
Why do you think this girl is so distraught?
So, in my opinion, I guess that's my professional. That's not her dope. She's holding for somebody. I don't know if you heard her sisters, when her sister came downstairs, they were like, tell them who gave it to you, tell them who stuff it is. But I mean, I would be distraught too. She said she just had a baby too, so there's that.
So do you think it's like a boyfriend that's making her?
More than likely a boyfriend or
and she's scared.
A friend that she's just holding dope for. And she just got caught with it.
So you think she's the one that's using it?
100%. I've seen her a few times. She doesn't necessarily even strike me as a user. She doesn't even have like telltale signs of someone that would be doing that drug. You know what I mean?
So that would be really tough to get arrested for something that's really not your business. But why would it be advantageous to make her hold it?
In my experience, say that dude's got 2 strikes, he's on his 3rd possession of that and that amount, so that's a 3rd strike. You want to go down for that 3rd strike, as opposed to her, relatively clean. They ran her background, there's nothing there. You know what I mean? So her, a slap on the wrist, him, he's doing 5-6 years. So he's got to keep the hustle going. You got to keep making moves, so.
It's 10 p.m. here in East Chicago. Good night out in the field. It's cold. We should have been here a little earlier in the summer, but another good time with the fellas, getting to see police work firsthand. A lot of people are applying to work here. Chief, do you need more people to keep applying or no?
Yeah, we do. Please. So We ask you guys to please apply. We'll be putting out the applications in January of 2026.
I forgot I was live in this bitch. I swear to God, I forgot I was live. You?
Nobody wins when the family sees
this holiday season.
One of your favorite.
Exciting gifts.
One of your favorite place, please. Give me one of your favorite place.
Yeah.
Ready to go. You gonna dance? You gotta dance. You gonna dance? You gonna dance to go? Come here, Pat Daddy, I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Y'all see my son, man. You heard me? Talk your shit, you can talk your shit in this bitch game. You heard me? What you trying to do? You gonna talk that shit in this?
To our newsroom within the last 30 minutes, St. Louis County Police investigating a deadly shooting in North County. Officers were called to a home on Glengarry Road in Glasgow Village just before 5 tonight. They found a man shot to death. Police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers.
Fam, let's use this video to keep it real with ourselves for a moment, to try to put things into perspective for what we got here today in this video. Growing up, most of us would agree. We all said some things under our breath we know good and as well our parents would say we had no business saying, thinking we was grown when things didn't go our way. And as we say, for the most part, that was the max we'd do. Never in this lifetime, most of us would agree, as mentioned, we'd actually do what's floating around in our undeveloped brains at the time. At least inflicting harm on our parents. Let's just say that. But some might say thinking about it just as bad. Well, a couple of days ago, a 15-year-old from St. Louis, he did just that. Carried out what was going through his undeveloped brain at the time. Killing his dad less than a month after him throwing him a surprise birthday party. Not to mention, his dad wasn't even home for a year after doing 5 years for a case we'll later talk about. But after doing my research to bring it to you guys' attention, checking out some old lives, even the surprise birthday party, his son demeanor, and even quotes that was mentioned in his status, I think we might all agree this son had some type of animosity towards his dad. 14, just turned 15. Dad gone for 5 years. 9 to 14, that could be tough on any young kid growing up without his dad. But it's no excuse, because some of us had our dads in the free world and he still wasn't around. But before we go over this one and pay our respects, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Family Jonathan Brown, also known as John John, from St. Louis. He's a father of 2 young boys. His oldest, as mentioned, is 15. In 2019, John got arrested after running a stop sign and fleeing police. According to his indictment, in March of 2019, St. Louis police officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop after observing a vehicle run through a stop sign. The vehicle led the officers on a high-speed chase through St. Louis, but eventually stopped in a residential neighborhood. John and another man exited the vehicle and fled on foot. The officers found John hiding in a nearby residence. A witness saw John drop an object into a trash can while he was running away. The officers searched the trash can and retrieved a firearm. Before this incident in 2013, John had abstained a felony conviction in Missouri for resisting arrest. John pled guilty to unlawful possession of a firearm as a previous convicted felon. At sentencing, the district court determined a base offense level of 20 under the sentencing guidelines. The determination turned on the court's conclusion that Brown's prior conviction for resisting arrest by using or threatening the use of force was a crime of violence. Based on total offense level of 20 and a criminal history category, the court calculated a guideline range between 70 to 80 months in prison. As mentioned, he ended up doing 5. He came home in early 2025. Now, as you can imagine, his oldest son, when he went in, was 9. Now he a teenager, 14, about to be 15 later that year. His birthday December 9th, and on December 8th, 2025, John went to Facebook and made some posts that I think we should shine light on. He first talked about how long he was home. Quote, "I've been home 276 days today. When I say from the N's to the B's, if an MF don't get nothing from you, from the hotter MF I wanna see you lose. 2026, don't come around me if you don't know what loyalty is. F love." He also wrote in the following post, "My son finna be 15 tomorrow. Thank you, Lord, for letting me be with my son. Next year, big 16, it's going down." I did notice he was a local barber as he posted his son and the shop location he worked at. And on December 15th, 2025, he wished his son a happy birthday. Quote, "Yeah, I wish my son an MFing birthday. Happy birthday, son. You big 15 now. Daddy love you. Man, you need to grow up and stop being shy. Love you. Doing all that crazy talking like I don't do nothing for my boy. Give the world to my little boys." And that quote, "doing all that crazy talking like I don't do nothing for my boy," would explain his demeanor during his surprise birthday party from his dad, which this picture was taking place from. Check it out.
Trucks, overlanding, camping. It's more than a hobby. It's a way of life. When the pavement ends, your journey begins. And with pedal...
Let me see. Hey, turn around for that. Okay. Go on in for that. Now leave your glasses on. Go in. I can't see. Yes, you can. Shut up. Making it rain on his ass. Hey, I don't want to do like the man of the year. I feel like the man of the year. I feel like man of the year. Man of the year. Hey. You said it's all what on that pizza? Pork. I got ham. Pork. What about beef? That's beef. I got beef. Play that other shit. What's that other shit? Let me see. Hey Daddy, what's up, gang? Pop your shit, gang. Come on, I got some studio in here. Come here, I got something for you. I got a gift for you. Come here. Fat Daddy, yeah, I'm live. Come here, Fat Daddy. Fat Daddy, I got something for you. Come here.
Checkers and rallies do
Let's come here.
Combo just beat night bread. Over a quarter pound of beef and beer cheese on a fresh. They don't know.
Come here, Fat Daddy, I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, y'all. See my son, man. You heard me? Talk your shit, you can talk your shit in this bitch game. You heard me? What you trying to do? Talk all that shit in this bitch game. Talk your shit in this bitch game. You on my live, Fat Daddy. You heard me? How you going? They don't know. Y'all get whatever y'all want. I got it. It's in our like thing. Alright, anybody gonna steal it? Hold on.
Oh my God, why this no steal?
Balance be so good as hell.
I don't care about no balance.
You got some pork, some nine. Yours nine. Might be, you know what I mean? Right there, you wanna know? I was you a boy.
I would absolutely recommend Law Tigers first. It's no question. They made it so easy. They explained the processes. Of course, I was angry as all get out because the gentleman left these.
Hey, did you know you can save 20%?
As you could tell from the looks of things in that video, something was off. His father already knew that. He was looking past it. And of course, like many teenagers, Just thought he had something on his mind. Of course, it could possibly, more than likely, be animosity towards his dad. But nonetheless, he showed up for his son. But a couple weeks later, on January 7, 2026, North St. Louis County say a shooting happened in the 10800 block of Glengarry Road just before 5 p.m. Police said they were called for an unsuspicious death. And when they arrived, they found 34-year-old Jonathan Brown fatally shot. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family.
Just into our newsroom within the last 30 minutes, St. Louis County Police investigating a deadly shooting in North County. Officers were called to a home on Glengarry Road in Glasgow Village just before 5 tonight. They found a man shot to death. Police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS.
Less than a week later, the homicide investigation in St. Louis County, an arrest was made January 12th.